the hell is going on? Where are we?
Right now, we're at B23. Unofficial name. However, you insist that this place is called B23. Kind of a legendary name on the podcast is the two French bosses we used to have when we worked together.
Yeah.
And one of them started a new production kind of thing.
Oh, plugin B23.
And we decided to use it for free.
Yeah.
For all the free work we did, we think it's worth it for us now to have some free podcasting space, basically.
Finally cashing in on that.
Yeah. So here we are in this place doing a video podcast.
Yeah.
3 weeks late.
Yeah. And what the audience doesn't see is that behind that camera, that particular boss man, former boss man, is sitting and watching us doing this podcast. So
Yeah.
we have an audience.
But I'm kind of used to having an audience, I think. And
Yeah, same. I'm not used to a big audience like this. One person watching us.
No. Usually it's more music for us, and it's
Yeah, it reminds us of our live shows.
it's whoever you're dating and maybe my girlfriend,
Yeah,
and they stand with crossed arms like this
yeah.
and wait for it to be over.
But it is a cool place, and maybe you'll hear about it in the next year. Not in a mainstream way, but more like somebody will come to you and whisper, "Psst, have you heard about B23?"
No.
Okay, it's a cool place.
Okay. But can we start off with you apologizing?
That's terrible.
Apologize
Yeah. For what?
for the podcast being delayed.
Yeah, I am.
Two weeks in a row.
This time I am gonna apologize because I posted on Instagram. I was like, I think
Guaranteed.
next week it's happening.
You said you promised as
Yeah,
well.
and then that day came, and I was like, okay, seriously, next week it's happening with video. So it is happening now.
Just a week. Oh, no, yeah. That's true. And here we are with video.
Yeah,
And who knows? Is this a regular thing?
I don't know. It depends. It depends on the viewers. Depends on our Apple Podcast star ratings. Follow us on Spotify. So you guys gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
This reminds me of the when they eat spicy chicken on YouTube, hot ones.
The hot ones?
It's like you can plug something to that camera, or to that camera.
Uh-huh. Just nothing like that.
Yeah. All right. Enough bullshit.
Yeah.
Let's get into the actual podcast.
But what is the actual podcast?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Richard. It's the 43 podcast, and it's the podcast where we come up with the most perfect conversation starters for any situations.
You see that? Acting.
Acting.
You see how confused I was? What is this?
Yeah.
Amir. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Sorry. What is this podcast? What?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Richard. One more time. Okay, let's get into it. I have a boner time.
I also actually have a good one.
But should I go first because I said it first?
Okay.
Thank you. So aggressive already. Basically, I was on a Zoom meeting yesterday, or a Microsoft Teams meeting, and
Important.
it was with the whole team, and it was 10 people, and we have a new member in our team, and she asked us, by the way, guys, huh?
Name?
That's not necessary for this part.
Okay.
And she asked us, by the way, guys, where do you all live? As a sort of a get to know each other question. And I answered first. You know me, I always strike first.
And then you say the place where you actually don't live. The place next to where you live that's nicer than where
not
you
the
live.
actual place.
Yeah, of course.
Kind of ambiguous. But I said where I live, and it was But there was a slight lag when I said that.
Okay.
And so after I said that, everyone was just like silent a little bit. And then another person was like, well, I live in this area. And then the third person said, and I live here. And the other, and they kept going like that. And everyone said where they live. And then I was like, I started wondering, did they hear that I answered the question in the beginning? Because at the end, everyone had said like where they lived.
And then at the end you went, so did you guys hear what I said?
No, it was just silence. And that's when I was like, did they hear me or did they not hear me?
Okay.
And it was just silence for like 15 seconds. And now I realize that they were waiting for me to answer the question because I don't think they heard me say where I live.
Yeah, I
And now,
understand.
yeah, and now I feel like I gave off an impression that I'm just a dick who ignores questions.
Uh-huh.
Because everybody just looked really confused.
Yeah.
And so my problem is, my boner time here is with Microsoft Teams for giving me lag and now giving me a bad impression, first impression on this new employee that we have.
Yeah. But, I mean, was it like, so where does everybody live? Emir, how would you take this one?
Yeah, it was like that, but not like, oh, and now you go, and now you go. But everybody just kind of went chronologically
Okay.
down the list somehow. And then it was just a really big, long, awkward pause
Okay.
at the end, because I think they were waiting for me to answer it.
And you didn't clarify in the end.
And I didn't clarify it.
Okay.
And that kept me up all night.
Maybe your own, and forgive me, but maybe your own boner time is with yourself.
Really?
For not,
How do you figure?
because you had an
Are you a
instant
psychologist
regret.
these days, or what do you
Yeah.
mean?
I don't know. I did a few weeks, actually.
Yeah.
Funny you
You
ask.
did, actually.
I actually did a few. It's funny you ask. Now I'm kind of an expert of some sorts.
Yeah.
But you had the regret, and then you didn't correct yourself.
No.
Like you knew exactly what was going on, and then you just went,
Yeah. And then somebody changed the subject. It was like,
yeah,
So anyway, what are you guys doing this weekend?
yeah. And then you went, none of your business. Fuck off for asking.
Yeah. So it's yeah, I don't like this digital work life that we have these days.
No,
It's too
no.
many. There's too many pauses. It's too hard to like convey body language.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta like be careful not to speak over somebody else, and then you go, who's that? No, you go.
No, you go.
Yeah. Okay. No.
Well, you. No.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Exactly.
you go.
It's so
You go.
annoying.
Yeah, but especially when it's just with like, I don't know, these forced hangouts are not ideal for anybody. I think it's like, I think everybody is tired of it, and the good news is that it's over soon.
Is it?
It's over soon. Vaccine's coming.
Oh yeah.
It's over soon.
Yeah. God,
But-
I hope so.
Yeah, but I think everybody is tired of it at this point because like a workplace has never been more forced than it is these days. Like, because you don't see these people every day, I think people think like, oh, if we don't see each other on Zoom every day, our productivity is gonna go down.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, it's just not true.
Yeah. I think we need to like spice things up because now it's like, oh, let's have a fika at 3 every week.
Uh-huh.
And it's just always the same. And people get tired of that. So we need to spice up the digital meeting somehow. I don't
Go.
know how.
Go.
Huh?
Go.
As in,
Go. Fire off your ideas now.
I wish I had an idea.
Me
I don't know,
too.
maybe like incorporate VR headsets and like have a virtual, an actual fika.
Yeah, there is
Stuff like that.
there is a VR game called VR Chat, and it's like you can choose your own avatar, so you could be like Batman or something, and then you could go into like a VR room where other people are also with like VR headsets and mics and stuff,
Yeah.
and then you basically are just like talking to a virtual person,
Yeah.
and it's I don't recommend it for anybody because it's like a lot of degenerates out there, but it's very funny to watch.
Yeah.
Very funny. And that might be something you sell to companies actually.
Maybe I just came up with a good sort of idea.
We came up with a pretty
So-
good
Thanks for that.
That was a
Actually,
really
you
good idea,
inspired
yeah.
me there.
Yeah, we really
Yeah.
tag team this
Yeah,
one. Right?
yeah. No, we good. Now I have a good idea to bring to the table.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
we managed to get there in the end.
Yeah.
So we solved your problem, I think.
Yeah. Incorporate VR animated characters
Yes.
somehow.
And somebody could, be like a little, like little hentai girl, for instance. And if you show up to your VR meeting with your workmates like that,
Yeah.
it says a lot about you.
It does say, maybe it says too much about me,
Too much
actually.
about you, actually. I think we already know a little bit too much about you.
Yeah. But maybe it's just me that needs to like not resist change. Because this digital life, it's, we can't escape that, pandemic or not.
Yeah, but don't you want to change it though? That's the thing. You want to change it.
Yeah, I want to go back to like physical stuff.
Uh-huh.
But I know that people are like, oh yeah, digital is so good. We're still productive, and it's nice to work from home. Blah blah blah. I don't know. Feels like it's there's no choice really anyway.
No. Yeah. And I would also choose the same. I don't like, back when we had to do it, I didn't like it. And that's maybe a revelation for you, actually.
Uh-oh.
Our ex-boss.
I'm getting kicked out of B23.
But I'm pretty sure everybody didn't like it. Like there was nobody there who was like, yes, Zoom meeting. Oh my God, I can't wait to get on Google Meet and Google Hangouts.
Yeah.
Nobody liked it.
But maybe it was more because of the circumstance that it was like, it was at the start of the pandemic.
Yeah, like we're forced to be at home now.
Yeah.
Shut
Like I feel like I had a generally bad attitude towards everything. And then maybe that infiltrated even the chats.
Yeah, but that's not very different from how you usually feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're always kind of...
I still do that even at my current job. I'll say hello. You know,
And
you
then
come
just
into the
sit
chat
there.
and say hello. And then you can obviously see me like doing other stuff on the computer until the end. And it's like, all right, everybody, nice to see you.
Yeah, but you have to come in with energy. You know,
Yeah.
you're like, oh, hi, oh, yeah. And then you do your own thing. And then when everybody is like saying goodbye, you're like, bye.
Yeah.
And then like, oh, like your first impression of me right now, good. Last impression, good.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm trying to go for.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's maybe it's me. I need to work on that.
I think you do need to work on a lot of things.
In general.
Should I pop my boner time as well, or should we move on?
Yes, I think that concludes my boner time at least. I'm not sure what my boner time was.
Okay.
Maybe with myself or with the Zoom. I
I think
don't
in
know.
the end it's with yourself.
At the end, it's a self-criticism.
Yeah. Let me just do mine really quickly because it really annoyed me. I ordered something and I was going to get
From Amazon,
No,
eBay,
no,
Tradera,
No.
Blocket, Alibaba. That's all, right?
no, it's not. It was from the Vans store, online store, and they used. I wonder if should I call out the company, shipping company?
The shipping company.
Yeah.
Why not?
Okay. It was
Are you
with GLS.
I have no idea.
GLS.
No idea.
Okay. Yeah. This guy knows.
Pull that up, young Jamie. Pull that up.
Yeah. Oh, we could have a screen here actually, and it's like that would be pretty good.
I like that we have the production value of like a Joe Rogan style podcast, but the statistics of whatever the opposite of that is.
Yeah, like a 0.1% of the statistics there.
Yeah. Anyway, GLS. What's that?
It's a shipping company, and here I think it's Schenker.
Schenker. What about Schenker?
But you know Schenker.
Thanks. Yeah. I know the company.
Yeah, exactly. And I think in Sweden DLS is Schenker.
Okay.
Anyway, I get the thing, and then it's like, oh, you're on the Vans website. It's like, oh, the delivery is expected to arrive today. And then at like 6 o'clock, I get a message, or I update the thing. I've been updating it the entire day. And then at 6 o'clock, I update it. And then it says at 1:30 today, it was delivered to the parcel shop.
The parcel shop.
Good question.
Yeah.
Where is the parcel shop?
Yeah, you really confused me there.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, press this for more info on the parcel shop. And then it's just like 3 FAQ kind of questions pop up on the side of the screen with no address or anything. So you press the tracking number to go to more details on the GLS website. And then press here for more shipping information. I press there for more shipping information, and it lists like reference numbers. And none of them give me an address for anything.
So your shit got sent somewhere, and you have no
I
idea
have
where.
no idea where it is. I have no clue where it is. Eventually, I find it because I figure like I'm just gonna go to like the nearest one to me.
Just go to a random post delivery.
I'm gonna be like, do you have this?
Yeah.
And they're gonna be like what's your like we need a number or something, or I give them my ID, and then they're like, no, sorry. And then I go to the next one.
Yeah.
And they had it. So I didn't have to work very hard.
No.
But at the same time, it's like, you just need to send me the address of the parcel shop.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what that is or where that is.
I wonder what Jeff Bezos would do if that happened to him.
WWJBD, basically. What would Jeff Bezos do?
I literally know zero about this guy.
No,
Jeff Bezos.
I don't know much either.
I don't think you know anything about him either.
No, I know. I know he wanted to start some shit with books.
He did.
Right? Amazon was like some shit with books.
They always have. That's like one of their big things. Amazon books.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of
I
like. It's kind of nice to have like an impromptu, like, amateur fact checker kind of thing behind the camera here.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, it was some shit with books, and he goes,
He goes, I don't know. I don't know what you guys
Something.
are talking about.
like, do you know GLS? And he goes, let's go see GLS. But yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, that's. I understand your fury. That's a big problem.
That's a good way to describe it. Fury is what I felt.
It's fury time.
Yeah.
It's no longer boner
Yeah, I
time.
gave them a really nice, and they had the audacity to ask me how my shipping experience was.
Ooh.
And then you're a warrior behind the keyboard,
Yeah.
so you're like, 1 star, but I would give you less if I could.
Did you do that, or did you just?
I did, of course, and I can't wait for some robot to read it and not give a shit.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's a good boner time.
Thank
Yours
you.
was more concentrated on like one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yours was
mine was
more
all
of a
over the
self-reflection.
I can't help it. I'm a deep guy,
Mm.
philosophical
Damn,
guy.
no, yeah, you changed that.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Jeff Bezos, I see like an Alexa thing. Or is it a Google thing?
Where?
Oh, it's over there. Never mind.
Mm.
I don't know why. I don't know why I'm so easily distracted by a robot with a light on it.
This is the part where the listeners turn off the podcast.
Yeah.
Because they have no idea what you're talking about.
It's kind of like you want to hear my impression of 2 American people talking, a conversation.
Sure.
Yeah, it goes a little something like this, like, oh yeah, and you head west on the I-5, and then you take a left on Berkeley after that, and and then someone goes, you want to probably head south on Hampton first, and then get up onto the I-5.
Now, see, Richard, what you really want to do is you want to get off right at the exit of West Broadway and Lane.
Oh.
And then you want to pick up an avocado sandwich from the little deli there.
Oh, but is that close to La Jolla and In-N-Out?
Yes, and that's what makes this so magical.
Yeah. That's kind of, it's just, I don't know, there's something about American people who, like, they love talking about geography, like American geography, especially with roads and like highways.
Yeah.
Everyone's always talking about getting up on the I-5 and heading south on West Avenue. It's like I don't know.
It feels so specific.
It is super specific.
But somehow I understand you somehow, and I feel like it's the tonality too. It's like, see, what you really want to do is you want to blah 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 blah.
Because they always drive everywhere.
Yeah.
So everyone's they go crazy for this shit, I swear.
Yeah. All right, thank you for that.
Thank
for that
you.
impression of 2 American
Thank you.
guys that lasted for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Let's go into the part 2, the questions, because we're good on time, but we're getting there. So let's go. Let's cue the music, Jamie.
As she passed you by, the wind blows still.
Boom, and we're back. Do you start or do I start?
I can start. Mine's quite typical. I think you could probably predict what I'm going to ask you.
I don't think I can predict what you're going to ask me.
The year 2020 is almost over.
Yeah.
Emir, the floor is yours. How many sexual partners and how many STDs have you had?
Oh my God. I was just thinking that you would ask that.
Yeah, floor is yours. Please take it away.
Yeah, you really put me in a tough spot here.
Yeah. I think we deserve to know.
Yeah.
How many sexual partners this year,
I think maybe I should ask my question instead.
What?
Actually.
No, I actually have a question. Well, 2020 is over soon, and that always means everybody's favorite time of year, New Year's celebration.
Oh.
I do kind of owe this. It's not a very creative question, but like I was talking to Katie about it yesterday, and then like New Year's plans. So the question comes from there, Amir, what's the best New Year's plans you could possibly make for you? Because it's always such a big thing. Everyone's like, oh, why do we dress fancy? Like, why do people want to dress like in suits and nice dresses. And I can understand that's fun to do. But why don't you do that on Christmas?
Yeah. But is this for in relation to 2020, the specific
No,
year?
no, no,
or,
not specifically. Let's just pretend that the world's not a never-ending nightmare.
Okay, and I'm planning what I'm gonna be doing for New Year's
Yeah,
Eve.
yeah. And what's the perfect way for you to celebrate it?
Perfect way.
Swedish style.
I don't know. I feel like the typical way, the way I envision people do it, is that they suit up or dress up, and they have a really fancy dinner. Mm-hmm. They sit at this long table.
Yeah, it's got to be long. Yeah.
Yeah, with really fancy decoration, champagne. Or no, you drink champagne at 12, right? Maybe you save the champagne. Or do you drink it before? I don't know. I've never been to a party. No. Let's not talk about that. And then you know, you drink, you eat, and then you party, and then you go out at 12, and maybe you kiss your lover. You kiss your future wife, Katie. When are you gonna propose to her, by the way?
I think that's probably between her and I, and mainly me.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Something that
Okay,
a
it
choice
just
that I
felt
would
like a
make.
natural point for me to ask when you
Yeah.
each other.
But when will you ever get a lover? So
And
will you kiss at
anyway,
12?
so and then at
'Cause it's been a
12
while
you
for you,
kiss
I think.
each other and blah blah blah, and you wish each other Happy New Year, and I don't know, and then people just get drunk. But
Yeah.
yeah, for me, I don't know. Like I'm not a big New Year's Eve party kind of guy. I don't know what I would do. Like nothing comes to mind immediately. Like this is what I would do.
I think that's why the question is more interesting for you.
Yeah, for me, I used that opportunity to be like, okay, what am I gonna do next year?
Okay.
What went right this
Yeah,
year?
here we go.
What went wrong? How can I be a better person? What goals do I have?
Okay. While everybody's out having fun, celebrating and kissing their lovers, you're kind of
I'm sitting at home writing in my journal.
planning what your goals are for the next year.
Yeah,
Bullshit.
pretty much. Yeah,
Pretty much bullshit.
Yeah, I know
isn't
it's not
it?
fun or anything,
No,
but that's
it's not fun, and it's not
just
true
who I am.
either.
That's just what I do, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to ask you because nothing comes to mind.
No, nothing comes to mind for me here either. I don't know. It's like it's kind of the same for me. Christmas is a big deal. Like I feel like I'm sad if we're not celebrating it in a traditional Christmassy way, at least in like a Swedish traditional way, which is the day before, which is the right way to do it
Yeah,
because it's cool.
the European way of doing it.
Or the Swedish way of doing it.
Yeah.
Only Sweden does it, I think.
No, really?
I think so.
Okay, I thought that it was more of a Europe thing.
Yeah.
On the
Well,
24th.
Jamie, can you pull that up?
Jamie,
Can you
actually,
pull that shit up?
pull that up, Jamie. Check
Yeah.
that out, actually.
But I don't know. I do feel a little bit of pressure celebrating New Year's as well, because it's like, where were you on December 31st,
Yeah.
2005?
I have no idea. But
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's the pressure. Like New Year's Eve feels like it's actually people suit up, they dress up, they really spend a lot of time on it, and it like takes it does put pressure on it for it to be a good night,
Yeah.
and people end up being disappointed.
That's the thing, because you could be so easily disappointed with having a bad New Year's celebration that it's like, oh, like damn, I wasted my New Year. Like, I want to make every single New Year's like a big thing, and then I want to remember it for the rest of my life. But like, it's just I don't know. Like I do, and I feel that pressure now, especially. But it's also like, do we do anything for New Year's?
NGL, I don't really do anything special for New Year's.
Yeah, but with Corona, like the COVID.
Oh, with COVID, no, especially not.
Yeah,
to
are we
be-
supposed to? Like we should definitely not be going out to restaurants and bars and celebrating in that way.
People won't do that this year.
I think they might,
They can't because they close at 10:30.
but then they just open up again at 10:30.
Yeah, but then they don't serve alcohol. That's the thing. That's the
Yeah.
workaround. They turn into a restaurant at 10:30 basically. But yeah, New Year's Eve, not a big fan. I just like the idea of it's a new year. New year, new me. That's what I always say.
Do you?
Literally
Because
never
we
said
could,
that
we
in
could
my
use a
life.
new we could use a new you.
I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Anything else to add to the New Year's?
Do you have any New Year's resolutions for next year?
Not yet.
Hmm.
Not yet. That's what I'm gonna figure out on the December 31st.
Okay, because we should also mention that this is a season finale of season 1 of the podcast.
Unless the YouTube algorithm favors us
This is
and
the-
puts
again,
us up there.
this is kind of like a strange like you're blackmailing people almost in a way that nobody cares about. You
Yeah,
know, you're
but
like,
I mean,
you know,
it's time
this
for
is
them to
gonna be
step
season-
up.
This is gonna be the season finale unless you do something about it.
You know how difficult it is to edit podcasts for 5 listeners every week? It's not
5?
particularly...
It's
no,
5
I'm just
listeners?
kidding. It's a lot better than that.
Okay, 20.
It's at least triple that. At least.
At least triple 5 or at least triple 20.
At least triple 5.
Okay.
But at
Pretty
least
good.
at least it has the potential to go triple 20.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think a video can do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to promote it.
Yeah. We'll see.
Let me get to my question. Let me see how we're doing on time.
Yeah. And
About half an hour or so. That's pretty good.
that is pretty good.
I have several questions. So either we do it like speed lightning round, or you choose a number between 1 and 4.
How
So you get to choose, boss man.
how good are the questions?
How what?
How good are the questions?
Oh, they're
I said?
bad. They're bad.
They're bad. Okay, we can do speed rounds then. Wait,
Okay.
how many numbers?
4.
4?
Mm.
Okay, you made it sound like you had way more. 4.
No. I wrote these down on the walk here. I parked the car and then I had a 10-minute walk and I was like, I should have done this earlier.
Yeah.
Okay, so speed round or choose a particular question.
Speed round. We may as well just do them.
Okay, would you rather buy jeans for under $50 or over $50?
Next.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It's that bad?
It's that bad. Go
You don't
next.
even want to
No, go next.
even try to answer that? At
Oh,
least
yeah,
for
because
that?
my answer is it depends.
But what's your jean philosophy is basically what this
My
question
gene philosophy.
is
Now
hinting
you're
at.
speaking my language.
Yeah.
My gene philosophy is interesting. I can never decide on a color of jeans. Like I really like black jeans, but I also like just regular jeans. Jeans are so weird.
Yeah, but would you rather spend a lot of money on jeans so that they can last you years and years,
Yeah.
or would you rather just buy a pair of cheap jeans because they're gonna break anyway or whatever?
Pair of cheap jeans could almost like. I've had a pair of cheap jeans that I got at H&M for like 4 years now. And now I'm at the point where I'm like, these guys aren't gonna break. I think I'm just gonna like donate them to some like clothes thing, you know?
I've never donated any
Yeah,
clothes.
you never donated anything in your life. You don't care about anybody but yourself. So
I still have all my clothes from when I was like 2 years
exactly,
old.
and
still.
you're thinking like maybe if you have a kid, you'll give.
Yeah, you never
can
know.
save
You
money
never
with
know.
your clothes and give
Could
it
be
to your
worth
kid.
something in the
Yeah.
future.
Well, we know somebody who just had a kid, so if you want
Yeah,
to,
congratulations.
yeah, congratulations. By the way, if you want some raggedy old shit clothes,
Congratulations, young Jamie. Young Benny.
But I also bought expensive jeans, thinking like, oh, these are nice, like stretchy material, and like
Yeah.
and they look nice, and the color is good, and then they get a hole in the
crotch.
gooch. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you sit, and then maybe my underwear also have holes in them.
That's just not a pretty sight. For anyone.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think for me, it's just like it's basically just like luck.
Yeah.
It's a crapshoot.
Would you tell if you saw that I had a hole in my jeans? Would you say anything?
Yeah.
Or? Okay, good.
And if I saw
Thanks.
your balls as well,
would you say anything?
of course.
Oh, thank you.
You think I would just sit there like looking at your fucking balls?
Out of politeness, not saying.
Of course. What's your
Swedish
jeans
style.
philosophy?
I don't know. I think I realized how fragile jeans can be once I started biking to work. They just get destroyed back there, you know. So me, I'm more like I'm gonna spend a lot of money on tough, strong, durable jeans from now on. That's my
Yeah.
philosophy.
But then you're gonna break them anyway.
Yeah, but or it feels like they're gonna last longer because I spend a lot of money on them.
Exactly, and that's not always true.
It maybe isn't, but it does feel good
Okay.
somehow to have expensive jeans.
Okay, good for you.
Your reaction when getting a parking ticket?
Now, it's no secret between a certain friend group that you and I share
Yeah,
with one other David Sullivan.
yeah,
I love when people get parking tickets.
yeah,
It's-
and that's sick.
It is sick, but I love seeing that yellow note on somebody's windshield because it's like, and I go and check how much, and it's like 2,000. I'm like,
Oh my god! Then you take a photo of it and send it
I
to.
said it to him, like,
to
look
us.
at this guy. And then the other day I was walking, and then I saw a car with 2 parking tickets on it,
Yeah,
and then I've never seen a third red parking ticket.
that's next level.
That's next level, and that makes me like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Yes, dude.
Photo.
And so, but getting it one myself.
Yeah,
I've
what
only
about
gotten
you
one.
getting one?
I've only
Huh?
gotten one.
You only got one.
One parking ticket. And then when I saw that, my face went.
Yeah.
It was more like you're walking, you're talking maybe with someone like, oh, and then you see your parking ticket, you go,
It really is the worst.
and then you look at it, 900 crowns. Oh, fuck. 900 is a lot of cash.
Yeah. It really
90 euro.
it really just flips the mood
Yeah.
immediately. Like you said, you could be in a good mood walking with somebody, and then as soon as you see it, you're like, what's that?
Surely this is a mistake.
What
No
the hell
way
is
I
this?
have a
And then you
parking
look at it, and then you're like,
This.
oh fuck, I can't do anything for the rest of the month.
Yeah, and then you look at like the parking sign, and you're like, wait, 10 to on Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Wait, what day is
What
it
day
today?
is it? Yeah. Oh fuck! And I thought it was Sunday.
Oh my
or something.
God.
And now like my concept of time as well is like
Yeah.
completely fucked up.
Yeah.
So, you don't know what day it is, but
I just hate it because I'll take it, and I'll just like on the drive home, I'll just be like a cloud of fury. I'll be cursing the whole way home, like beep 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 beep
Yeah.
beep beep beep. Like oh fucking, they're fucking stupid. They're
Yeah.
fucking dumb.
like how could this fucking idiot
Yeah.
give me this, like this no life fucking loser?
Yeah, I mean they need to be clear about this. I go crazy. I start talking to myself. How can they do this? How can they be so unclear? Of course I'm not gonna see that.
Yeah.
And I do that, and then I'll call like my brother or something, and I'll be like, I got a fucking ticket. They can't do this to me. They can't do this to me. What the fuck?
Yeah.
And yeah, I really hate it. And then I put it away. I don't pay it immediately. I don't want to see it. And
Okay.
then
And
you
then,
know I'll
like-
do it like the last day.
Okay.
I'll
Okay.
pick it up and pay for it.
Yeah, because it's also like we the Black Fridays have been around at time of recording. It's December,
Yeah.
but if you're thinking like you've gotten 2 or 3 parking tickets,
In my life?
yeah,
No, more.
what's wrong with you?
What do you mean?
Why?
I don't know. I guess I thought I did the right thing, but I didn't when I parked the car.
Okay, it's a pretty honest answer, but you're thinking like oh, this is now my Black Friday thing that I got for myself. This is now like I was gonna get myself something nice.
That's exactly how I think.
And now this is the nice thing I
Yeah.
got myself, actually.
Last time I got my MBP MacBook Pro, and I got a really nice
cares?
Black Friday discount
Uh-huh.
thanks to young Benny. He told me
Thank you,
about
young Benny.
the discount, and I got like 2,000 crowns, Swedish crowns discount. And then I think the same day or the day after, at my volleyball practice, I parked the car on some area that I shouldn't have parked in, and I got like a 1,500 fine, or 1,200, something like that. I was like, fuck, that's my whole discount
Yeah.
immediately
Yeah.
gone. It didn't
is
matter
true,
that
that
I
is
went to
true.
the store and got a discount.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's exactly how I think.
Yeah, and it's right, and rightfully so.
Yeah, I hate parking tickets.
Yeah.
But in the end, I'm always like, yeah, it was my fault. But at the moment, I'm cursing everybody.
Yeah, but those parking signs are so fucked up anyway. Like,
Yeah.
like there's a color for like Sundays or like Saturdays and Sundays, and the
Yeah.
brackets mean something else.
Or the
like,
one you had where you can't park on Wednesdays because they're gonna be plowing snow.
Yeah, where there's
When it's
a
not-
place where there's no snow until
Exactly. It's such a
Yeah.
very, I mean, that varies so much,
Mhm.
but still they insist on that. Anyway, I don't want to talk about parking tickets. It's getting my blood boiling.
Okay.
What's a small victory you've had recently?
None.
No small victories.
No small victories.
I had a small victory the other
Cool.
day.
Go next.
That's why I asked this question, because I wanted to bring up my
Yeah.
small victory.
It
Thanks
doesn't
for...
surprise me actually.
didn't even
But tell me about yours. Maybe it'll
I,
spark something.
I
in me.
immediately skipped your answer
Yeah.
so that I could get to mine. There was a guy sitting next to me at a cafe.
And the victory is that somebody dared to sit next to you, even though you smell so bad.
Nice. I like that.
Thanks.
And he sat down to me and he put down his bag on the floor. And then after 2 minutes, he wanted to change place to the other side of the room. So he takes his computer, he takes his coat, all his equipment, and goes to the other side of the room to sit down. But he forgets his bag under the table. And then
Ka-ching.
the staff comes and takes the bag, and it's like, oh, what should I do with this? Like, he had this look like, okay, somebody forgot this. And now it's like, sir,
Yeah.
it might be that gentleman over there.
Yeah, of course.
It might be his bag. And
Yeah.
he's like, oh, thank you. And then he went and he gave that bag to that person. And that person was like, did this to me. And I did that back to him.
Okay.
And in a way, that's the definition of a small victory.
Okay. Now that
I was a little bit of a hero, and
Yeah.
I saved him a lot of time of being
Uh-huh.
like, a lot of stress, like, oh, did I forget my bag at the subway or whatever.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Did you like that or?
No, I don't like it.
Okay.
Your definition of a victory is so much smaller than what I expected. That
Really?
I can probably.
It was like a nanoparticle
It's
of
like
a
you,
win.
like you decided to be a good guy for once, and then you thought to yourself, "I win today." like you know what? Like today, Amir comes out on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm better than
Today-
people. I'm better than most people, actually.
Today something good happened to me, actually.
Yeah.
Rather than to this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that says more about you than you think. Maybe you should try that more often.
Maybe. It felt good at least.
Do the right thing.
Yeah, I will at some point.
I mean, I held the
did-
door
did
open
the
for
right-
somebody today.
That's a small victory.
For me, that's just like.
For me,
sorry
that
to
was-
say it, but that's just like normal life, right?
Yeah.
Am I crazy?
It depends. Depends
Depends
how
on who you
how
are,
long
I
how
guess.
long you hold the door open. If it's like if you see the person 30 meters away from you and you're holding the door open from that point, that's next level door holding.
That is next level door holding. I recycle a lot. Thoughts?
So it's a win. It's a win for the environment at least.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was my small victory.
Okay, I think that's just like normal people do normal, like good things.
Like I didn't have to do what I did, but I did it anyway.
But it also, I can also think like you see somebody who has a little bit of authority in a place that you're in. Like somebody is a waiter somewhere, and that's kind of like they have a status here. Where like if something goes wrong in this place, that's the authority that you ask. You're like, hey, like something's wrong here.
Yeah.
So you went, like you immediately you go like, oh, I can help, I can help, and then like you want the attaboy. you
Yeah.
know?
And I got it.
You got
When
the
he
attaboy.
did this, and like I'm still shining from that moment.
He's you know what, a suck up.
Young Jamie just raised his hand. What
Yeah.
what do you think that means?
That either means time to go, or you want to say something. Go on.
Why didn't you give the bag back to him directly?
Why didn't you give the bag back to him directly? Is the question.
That's true. It could have been an even bigger victory for
Yeah,
me
that
if
is-
I had done that.
Yeah. So
It
how
could
long?
have put
but-
it could have put a real face to the man of the victory.
Yeah, like he was probably sitting down as well, and you would have been standing up. You would have given it to him like this.
I could have been like, "Hey, forget something."
So but surely, okay. Let me give you the benefit of the doubt. Surely you didn't notice the
Notice
bag
what?
that he left behind the bag.
No, I didn't. I didn't notice it
Okay.
until the staff the guy took it up,
Okay.
and then I made the connection.
Okay. I'll give you. See.
It was like, you know, that GIF where there's like math calculations going
Yeah.
on. It was
Okay.
like that in my head when I saw the bag
Yeah.
and the guy there. I
You
connected
thought
those two.
x equals 3 divided by
Yeah,
4.
exactly.
This guy must have his. This must be this guy's bag.
That's exactly how I arrived to the conclusion
Okay.
through that exact equation that you just drew up.
Yeah. Even is that the same equation where in math C in our final year of school you were on your knees begging for
And
for a pass?
and if I remember it correctly, you did the exact same thing after me.
I earned my grade
Yeah, well,
there.
I earned it too, but in a different way. I earned it by dealing with her,
Yeah.
by bargaining with her.
Yeah. For me it was more simple. I went in there like, listen, let's skip this dance. Like
Just giving me my
you know you need to pass me.
yeah.
And she was like, I know.
We all know where this is
I know.
going.
Listen, I get you.
Yeah.
We're friends. And then you went in and you were like, please. And I think you called her mommy at some point. And you were on your knees like this. You said, mommy, please.
She actually the thing is that she said that she had lost one of my test papers. And that she couldn't give me, and that's why she didn't give me the grade
Yeah.
that I deserved.
And in your
which was the
and in
minimum
your like
pass.
snake viper
And I was
mind,
like, there's an
you're like,
opportunity
you're
here to
fucking
be
dead.
like, you can't do that.
yeah,
Just because you lost that paper
Mhm.
doesn't mean that I have to suffer for it.
yeah,
So that's the kind of argument I went with, and it worked out great.
yeah.
And I never utilized that math grade in any way.
No, I mean you shoot to kill,
Yeah,
and you killed.
yeah.
Good.
Last question, just because in honor of this being a video podcast, what's the ugliest face you can make?
I don't think I'll do it here, just because I'm self-conscious to do it on camera.
Oh,
But
yeah, that's kind of the point.
yeah, but I'm not super good at that.
Yeah.
I'm not super good at that.
So you're not gonna do it?
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Am I gonna do it or?
It's your question, so I mean you brought it up. You kind of have to do it.
Okay, I just thought that it would be funny. Like you look into that camera and you make an ugly face, and then I look into that one and I make an ugly face.
Okay.
So you're on or no?
No, I'm just saying okay.
Okay.
But you know who's really good at this? Tio. I think
He-
Tio is the king of this.
Of making ugly faces?
Of making ugly faces. He can really like, you know how like Jim Carrey can kind of do the Grinch
Yeah.
face, and I don't know. There's just something with Tio that he could make himself look like an orc.
I gotta ask him to do that the next time.
He's incredible.
We should have him as a guest on the podcast one
Let's have
day.
him as a guest on the podcast, season 2, unless this goes well and you want to do another.
Unless the YouTube algorithm favors us.
Yeah, and this reaches. Give him a number.
Of views?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
like
well, yeah,
100
exactly.
100.
I'm under the impression that this was a season finale.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
But since you're saying there's chance for more, I think you are responsible for giving a number. There needs to be a number.
Okay. Okay. So if this
Or a
goes up,
condition.
if this goes up on YouTube,
Thank you, young Benny.
thank you, young
Pull
Benny.
up the Jim Carrey shit.
Thank you for delivering on the
Yeah.
ugly face. Wow, it really played out differently in my head, that question, when I was writing it and preparing and I was visualizing how that would go, and it was a train wreck actually.
Yeah.
Continue number.
Continue number.
1,000 views on YouTube.
1,000?
Is that low or high?
I don't know, actually. I mean, I'm used to
It being
being
millions.
higher.
Yeah.
But that was back when I was also using
Hmm.
Tio for views.
Yeah. But now you're using me for
But now-
views,
but
and
yeah,
that's a
but now-
different story.
Yeah. So this is probably yeah. I think that's a good number.
Before the end of the year.
Wait, what? But I mean,
It's simple. 1,000 views before the end of
I
the
understand
year.
it's simple.
And
You
then
don't have to
we-
explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old.
Benny, can you give me a piece of paper so I can break this down for Richard?
But you're saying season finale needs to be Not only do you
No,
get a sheet of paper, you have
Now
how
look,
many A4s you got in that bag?
how many?
500 A4s.
500 exactly. So imagine there's 2 of these.
Okay,
Now you have 1,000.
that's not a lot though.
Yeah.
I could hold 2 of those in my hand.
You know,
like
that's
this.
not the question. I'm just breaking it down for you. So you have 2 of these. You have 1,000, and that's the view count that I want to happen
I understand.
before
Give me that.
the end of the
I
year.
understand. Give me it. A season finale would mean like in like another like 2 or 3 months we start another season. But so you're saying in 1 month we would continue going?
Yes.
Okay. Well, okay, fair.
Maybe. Do you want to end this podcast by
Can I?
like snapping this? Yeah.
Okay. X camera. Oh, fuck. X camera. That's it. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget 1,000 views before the end of the year.
That's his
And
threat, not
5
mine.
stars on Apple Podcast, and
His threat,
follow
not
us
mine.
on Spotify.
However,
or
that's
else.
advice I give
Or
you.
else.
No.
It's a wrap.